guys, what is poppin'? Today we are going to be reviewing the Shane Dawson x Jeffree Star Conspiracy palette. I am so excited. I literally cannot even talk or contain myself. So today we are getting into all of it. We are doing the full shebang. We are going to be swatching. We're going to be doing a demo. You're going to hear all my thoughts, my first impressions. You're going to hear it all. The palette was beautiful. It is available at all of Jeffree's retailers. I believe if you go to the Jeffree Star Cosmetics page on Instagram, you can find it in their description. I think. Maybe. I hope. And you can also find this at Morphe, which is where I got it from. I went in store and actually had to wait online for 2 hours because it was actually pretty insane. I'm sure it's sold out everywhere already, but I don't even know why I'm telling you to go check. But yeah, basically we're gonna be getting into the palette and trying it out. All right, let's get into the video. So here is the beautiful palette. It says Conspiracy. This is the packaging. It's very sleek, very nice. Definitely has the whole conspiracy theme going on, but this is what the outside packaging looks like. And this is exactly how I picked it up at Morphe, and this is literally exactly what it comes in, just in the Morphe bag. So now we open it by sliding it open like this. I'm sure you guys already know what the packaging looks like. This is what it looks like. Oh my god, it is so stunning. I honestly think most of the money you pay for this palette is on the packaging. Like, can you just look at that? Feels heavy, feels luxurious. Literally, I showed it to my sister and she was like, that looks like something you would get out of Gucci. And I was like, yeah, it's pretty insane. So it has like this shiny type of like circle conspiracy thing going around. And of course has the Shane Dawson logo. It's really such a stunning packaging. So then you have these clasps that you open up over here to reveal the beautiful palette. This is what the colors look like. So I'm going to be very, very honest with you guys. When I saw the pictures on the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Instagram, I wasn't really the biggest fan of the color story, and I don't know, it just wasn't really doing it for me. But when I went to the Morphe store this morning, I went with the intention of picking up the mini, and I ended up picking this palette because it was so stunning in person. So online, if you feel like you don't really like it, I would suggest giving it a shot if you really want it but aren't interested in the color story, or I would suggest if you have a Morphe store near you, going out and checking it in person, because it really did wow me in person and it didn't do it at all for me online. So definitely, if you want to check it out, definitely go to your Morphe store or just, you know, give it a shot. But it's very stunning. The palette is $52. Like I said, most of the money looks like it went into the packaging, and you get 18 shades. Now let's get on into the swatches and swatch the beautiful Conspiracy palette. So I'm going to be using all my fingers, and I'm going to be dipping into the shade about this many times just to get the full pigment. And I'm going to be swatching it on my arm. Literally, I've been waiting so long just to swatch this. I brought the palette and I've been holding off for so long to swatch this palette because it really is so beautiful. And I had to wait till camera and to do this for the video and swatch it for the first time, because the first swatch is always the best swatch in terms of feeling good about it. So the first shade, which is this beautiful shimmery white shade, this is a shade called Ranch. Then we're going into My Pills, and then Tanacon, and then after Tanacon, we are going into Diet Root Beer, which is a very, very, very pretty shade and swatched amazing. Just a Theory, which was this very beautiful shimmer. Spiraling, which was this black grayish type of color. And Conspiracy. This was this beautiful green shade. The palette was named after, well, this name. And then we're going into Pigment. Get it? Food Videos. Then we're going into Trisha. This shade is such a stunning shimmer. I've never seen anything like it. Then we're going into Cheese Dust, which was this beautiful bright orange. I enjoy this color a lot. Then we're going into Flamin' Hot, and let me say this was Flamin' Hot. Then we're going in What's the Tea? Spill the tea, sis. Then we're going in with Diet Cola, Not a Fact, which was honestly one of the best matte shades in this tone of color that I've ever swatched. Then we're going in with Sleep Paralysis, Illuminati, and then My Rides here, which was this very nice, intense black. All the shades swatched great. Okay, so I've got to say, all these shades did swatch very beautifully. They were very buttery, very creamy. I definitely enjoyed this formula. This is the first time I'm trying out his formula, and I've got to say, I did enjoy it. This is completely honest, non-biased. I've literally never tried this formula, so it's a first for me, and I've got to say, it is a pretty bomb formula. The only thing that I didn't really enjoy was that the designs kind of got a little messed up while swatching, but I mean, we're using the shadow. What do you expect? But other than that, everything is swatched beautifully. There was a few shades that had less pigment, but they were a bit, I don't know, I feel like they were more of the like trickier mattes, so I kind of understand that. So giving full disclosure, there was that. But other than that, all the shades, especially this black and this flaming hot shade, oh, and not a fact, they swatched so good, so pigmented. Now let's get into the colors and dip in and get them on my eyes. Also, I do want to mention that the mirror in this is a very good mirror, and it's actually like a perfect mirror in this palette. It's like the perfect size where you can do your eye makeup, and it seems pretty promising, so just wanted to add that in. Okay, so I'm starting off by priming my eyelids with the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Natural Beige, and this is what I'm going to be using for my primer today on my lids. I love this concealer. It's the best. It's just my tried and true, so definitely want to test out this palette with my favorite concealer slash base slash primer. Alright, now I'm taking my Real Techniques Multitask Eye Brush and I'm dipping into the shade My Pales. This is going to be my first, ooh, that's a lot of fallout, I've got to say. I did kind of dip into it a lot and kind of harsh, and I know like I usually get fallout with this brush, but there was some fallout in the air. But I'm dipping into the shade My Pales, and this is going to be my transition slash base start shade. Now I'm going to start off by fluffing that out in my crease. Now I don't have hopes for this showing up too much on my skin color, but I just want to kind of have a base there. So I'm going to blend that out and then build it up. Okay, so that is my transition shade, kind of base shade. I definitely have to go with another transition shade, but that is it all laid out on my crease. And as you can see, there is a bit of fallout and kind of some dustiness, but it doesn't bother me too much. Nothing I can't handle. Now I'm going into the shade Tanacon on the same brush. I'm going to dust it a bit lighter so I don't get too much powderiness or dustiness, kind of tapping off the excess too. And now I'm going to further deepen the crease with this color. It does look like it's going to show up on my skin. As you can see, it kind of does show up on my skin a little better than the last one does. So far, very creamy, very blendable. It's blending out on my crease very well. I enjoy. Now that our transition shades are all laid out, I'm taking my Morphe R36 brush and lightly dipping into the shade Pigment. Haha! Get it? Pigment! I get it. Just saying. So I'm going to start off on my outer corner and then kind of bring that into the crease. I'm not really sure what type of look I'm really going for right now. I'm kind of just, you know, rolling with it, seeing what I end up coming with. But I think I know that I'm going to do kind of like a colorful look. At least like not too colorful, but I'm going to make it very, I guess, bright. And I do want to make it very pink based or pink toned. So I'm going to be taking the shade Pigment and I'm just going to keep building that up and going in windshield wiper motions. Now we'll be taking the same brush again and dipping into the shade Cheese Dust. Love that name. Kind of makes me crave Cheetos right now, which isn't really that good. Of course, tapping off the excess, and now I'm kind of starting off on the edge again and bringing that in. I'm placing this a little lower in the crease as opposed to the other shades because I kind of want this to have its own time to shine, you know? going back into our two transition shades and then just blending out the crease. Now I'm taking my BH Cosmetics Studio Pro number 8 brush and dipping into the shade Flamin' Hot. Really picking that up. I really want this color to be very, very, very intense on the lid. It is a very star of the show powerful color. Like I always do, starting off at the edge, bringing that in. I do have to say, these shades are very powdery, but I mean, if you want that pigment, I mean, that's just how eyeshadow works. Keeping it real, real over here. Ha, real, real. So I'm going to be really building that up and intensifying it as much as possible, of course from the inner corner, then bringing it in. Back in with our two transition shades, of course. Okay, so now I'm so excited. I'm going to be dipping into the shade Not a Fact. I'm taking that on a Morphe M506 brush, and we are ready to deepen up that crease. We are ready to get vampy. We are ready to get dark. So I'm taking that on my outer corner once again, but I'm going, instead of what I did with the other colors, which was just kind of blowing it out literally everywhere, for this one I'm going to keep it very focused on the outer edge into the lower crease. So I'm just going to keep blending that and kind of keeping it low as possible. Okay, now I'm going back with the shade Flaming Hot, and I'm going to be blending out the purple shade that we just put, which was called Not a Fact. Almost forgot. And I'm going to be blending it out with the shade Flaming Hot. I already said that, but I'm just saying it again. So I'm going to be blending that out to kind of make it go together and again make it bright once again. I've got to say the purple shade, which was the shade Not a Fact, did blend out very nicely. Darker shades, I guess, with tones like these tend to be very patchy. I've seen it, I've used it, it's not the best, not fun to work with, but I've got to say I didn't experience any patchiness with this dark shade and it performed beautifully. Going back in with the shade Pigment, and then I'm going to be going back with our transition shades, which were my Pales and Tanacon. Just gonna deepen the outer corner with the shade Not a Fact a little bit more. Now we are going to be dipping into shimmer. I'm going in with the shade Not a Fact. Now I would cut my crease with some concealer, but honestly I don't really think we need it. I kind of like the vibe we have going on right now. So I'm going to be taking it on my finger and going in with, I guess, around the inner third of my eye. And it's going to be our first shimmer shade. OMG, this shade is so stunning. I'm going to be dipping into the shade Trisha now on my BH Cosmetics Studio Pro number 9 brush. Taking it, it's just a flat, simple brush. I kind of want to be a little more precise with this, so I'm really digging it in. I really need that Trisha pigment on my eyes. Alright guys, let's see how this goes. Wow, that is a lot of pigment. I think I scooped out too much by accident. Let me tap off the excess a bit. That was way too much. Whoops, my bad. Oh, also I'm doing this on kind of the other half of the eye. I was supposed to just do it on the inner thirds, and then I just loved that shade so much that it ended up taking up half my crease. Not half my crease, half my lid. You guys are gonna be like, wow, this girl doesn't even know how to do makeup. And she's doing this review on the Conspiracy palette. I'm also going to be taking it on my finger just because I think shimmers really do the best on a finger, and I'm also going to be using it to blend the two shades, the shimmer we used before and this one together. And then going back with the shade Just a Theory in my inner, well, third/half once again, just to kind of make it a little more intense since Trisha kind of really did overpower it. Now I'm going back in with the shade Not a Fact once again on my outer corner and blending that into Trisha. Okay, so I'm going back with Flaming Hot and really heating this up on top of everything we just did. And then I'm going back with the shade Pigment and then our two transition shades that we used earlier. And then deepening everything up once again with Not a Fact. And then after that I'm going to go in with Trisha with my finger and Just a Theory. Okay, so now I'm going to wipe the fallout underneath my eyes. As you can see, there is quite a bit. I'm going to wipe it out, and then I'm going to put on my lashes, and then we are going to get ready to do the lower lash line and the inner corner, and then round up my final thoughts and this review. Okay, I am back. That was only 2 seconds for you, but a long hour for me. So now we are going into our lower lash line. So this look, I feel like it's very like, I don't know, it's like nice. It has some color, but it's very wearable, which I enjoy a lot. But I want to add kind of a twist or a little bit of fun to it. So I'm going to be dipping into the shade Food Videos in the palette, which that's a really cool name. It's like this really bright neon yellow. It's actually the first time I've ever used a neon shade. So you're going to get the real tea in how I feel about this. I'm dipping in with my Morphe E36 brush. And I'm going to be using this on the lower lash line and building it up. I want it kind of bright because like I said, this look is, you know, nice, has color, but it is very wearable. And I want to see what this yellow looks like. I'm honestly just very curious. Okay, that neon yellow shade on my lower lash line is so stunning. I feel like it just gave me that extra pop that I was really looking for. Now we're going to be going into the inner corner. I'm starting off with, well, this is the only shade we're going to be using, but I'm taking the shade Ranch on my finger. Like I said, I love shimmers with the finger. I just feel like they apply the best. And I'm going to put that in my inner corner. Oh, wow. Okay, that's insane. I'm just going to put it in my other one too while I'm at it. Okay, that's crazy. I really need to blend that out without getting it on my lashes. Did that work? Yeah, it kind of did. That is really insane. That looks beautiful. I feel like in this lighting you can't really see the true potential of how the shadows are right now, so I'm definitely going to take a... Well, I'm definitely going to show you guys what it looks like in flash because I feel like that's how you'll see it best. But this is stunning. Damn, can we just take a minute? Like, damn, this is a look. You know what? Better yet, I'm going to show you guys with flash. Look at that. Oh my god. Hold on. I don't really know the best angle to do this, but look at that. Oh shoot, I still have the lower lash line to go with this one, but okay, you know what? I'm gonna come back with that lower lash line. You know, we don't want to miss her, and show you guys with flash, because this is pretty insane. Okay, I am shooketh the house, if I want to talk like Jeffree. Oh my god, guys. This is such a beautiful look. I feel like it's still wearable, even with like the pop of yellow / neon, whatever this color is. Pretty sure it's called Food Videos. Even that shade on the lower lash line, it's still so wearable, which I love, that even though there's bright colors in this palette, you can make it so wearable so easily, because there's so many wearable shades and you have some pops. I've got to admit, I kind of just saw it online and I wasn't really feeling it, and now I'm so happy and I'm so glad that I picked it up, because it is a beauty. It's beautiful on my eyes. It's really stunning. I do love the way it blended on my eyes. It was a little dusty, a little bit powdery, but what can you expect when you do have pigment? Just want to show you guys again with the flash. Like, look at that shimmer. Oh my god. Woo! Wow. I have nowhere to go, but now I kind of want to find myself somewhere to go, because I want to show this off. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I definitely had a great time filming it. I was very, very excited, as you can tell. I'm still shaking, and I still can't believe I have the palette in my hands. This is kind of crazy, I've got to say. I can't imagine how crazy it is for Shane and Jeffree right now, because it is already kind of like blowing up my mind, so I can't even imagine theirs right now. That is it for this video. I hope you guys will stick around for the next one, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!